A very good morning to one and all for this day three session of a 5-day online international workshop on role of artificial intelligence, applications to emerging technologies, organized by Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, PVP Siddhartha Institute of Technology, Vijayawada. I take this privilege to introduce our today's resource person, Mrs. Sushma Maganti, who is the CEO, Managing Partner in Future Technologies, LLC, USA, and AML Division of Maganti IT Resources, LLC, USA. And I welcome Sushma Maganti ma'am and her team who is going to take the session today. It's an honor for us to introduce Mrs. Sushma Maganti. Her path in tech world has been a dynamic one, starting as a developer, progressing to a tech architect, and ultimately leading to entrepreneurship, where she has launched 3 successful technology companies. The journey has given her a unique insights into the core of what makes a tech business thrive. It's people that's where she dedicated herself to perfectioning and precision-driven model for assembling high-performance tech teams, during where that can be chaotic hiring process into a strategic, impact-driven advantage. Her goal is simple: to help business accelerate their growth, achieve flawless execution, and significantly boost the ROI by connecting them with the right talent exactly when it's needed. It's great, Sushma ma'am, to have you here into our session, and definitely your insights will be very useful to our faculty members, students, UG and PG, so to do their research, to move on to the research in their academics. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Over to Sushma ma'am for the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavna. I really appreciate inviting me and the team to this meeting, to this workshop that you're conducting for the students who are really
And
in
faculty
this
also,
little.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of faculty might be there. So I'm not seeing all of you, but I'm really energetic. Actually, I am actually thrilled to be part of this workshop. To give my insights, the insights I have acquired over my 25-year of journey in the technology field. So I mean, I do not know what's the number of how many students are really actually partaking in this one.
Actually, I think they'll be joining within a few 15 minutes, ma'am. Overall, we had 150, and I think 100 are joining the session. So it'll be
Wonderful.
slowly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So these
Well,
are
so,
all the people who are going to lead the next generation.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So already they
That
are into research of various areas, ma'am. But the thing is, like, this is a platform where artificial intelligence, which is growing on emerging nowadays, I think they can incorporate that AM, artificial intelligence, taking the insights from these workshops, they can implement into their work. That is one motto of conducting this workshop.
understood. This is really wonderful. I mean, see, it's kind of midnight for me, but still, I am so
Yeah,
much
yeah. That is what
actually
like
energetic to be like. My team is actually put together so many of the slides. We worked like, around that, and
that's great,
definitely,
and we
it's
are very
a
much
place for us to be
pressurized
here.
to have you here. We are very much pressurized to have you here, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Um, so you let me know when if you would like to take a few more minutes, like to
No,
get
ma'am, you can
started.
start.
Or,
You can start, ma'am. You can start.
okay, I'll have one of my team members to actually present the screen, so that becomes easy for me. Okay. Thank you. So, I mean, very happy to be here to kind of give you my insights about what we have been seeing in the last 4 or 5 years of what has been progressing in the AI space, and how the applications that are built in AI, how they are really being taken over in different engineering fields. So that is one of the areas. So I'll not bore you guys, but I'll give you, okay, from here on, how you can take it forward into further upon your careers. So that way you can really further progress in your careers too. Okay, so maybe you can take it to our next slide. So one of the things, I mean, I would actually, there are a few questions that we would like all of the all of the students to be engaged, because we would like to get a pulse of where they are in their journey. So what you can do is like take your phones and actually scan that QR code, and we would like to get some sense of which year you are pursuing. First of all, we would like to get a pulse of all the students who are attending these sessions, whether you're doing your second year, third year, fourth year. So that helps us, and that helps actually the crowd also to get to know, where do we stand, how many of you are attending from which which end of the journey. You're in your 4-year degree. Are you guys taking scanning the QR code, and you,
Yeah, let me
I
help this.
want you guys to submit.
Yeah, let me help on this. So, I mean, all the students, or I mean, faculty, everyone, like you can take your phones and then scan the QR code, and then you can just type in which year you're actually pursuing into, or what exactly your profession. If you're faculty, just type faculty. We would like to know how many of you are here, okay? And accordingly, we would like to drive a session. Thank you. Yeah, please type in because we'll have the details over here. We can look at answers.
We want the students and faculty to be engaged with us today. This is your session. This is where this should be more interactive. We don't want to bore you with whatever the information that we want to give. We want to have more interaction. Come on, guys, keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, like if you feel difficulty, you can put it in your chat. If that is also okay. But this is something which we created from Slido. Even this is helpful for all the presenters, actually. Okay. I mean, we didn't get anything, but um,
Anybody have challenges?
okay. Okay, maybe you can put it in the chat. I mean, even that is fine. Let's see the replies. Yeah, some of them are actually putting in the chat, ma'am. So yeah, we can move forward accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be of. I see like 47 participants. Like
Yeah.
probably um after 47, 4 of us will be us. So we just want the participation coming in from all the different students, faculty.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me, shall we move on to the next slide? Is it okay? Come on, guys. We want, because we have some more questions going forward. So that's the reason we are asking you to scan this QR code. And there will be one more slide coming up. So we want to have your inputs to move forward. Yeah, in the cup, I mean, like, there are like a couple of slides where we would like to take your inputs. Yeah. Okay. I think, ma'am, let's move on to the next slide.
Yeah, let's kind of take it to the next slide. I mean, we'll just consider that everybody is kind of in the third year, fourth year. So, which is,
ma'am. Yeah. One thing I would add to the participants. So request all the faculty members to interact with the resource person so that the session will move on interesting rather than boring. The resource person aims the same. So I request all the participants to cooperate with our resource person so that it will be very interesting for you. Thank you, one and all. And a short note that I welcome Sainath Kadiala. In the Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, you can go on, ma'am.
Good morning, Sushma Madam.
okay. Hello.
Yeah. I'm Dr. T. Harita from Electronics and Communication Department.
Sure. Hi, how are you?
Fine, ma'am. Very interested and keen to listen to your lecture today.
All right. I'm eager to be taking part of this workshop as well. Looking forward
Thank you,
to
ma'am.
get to know a lot of you from here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we would also like to understand how many of the students are having the major that they're doing in either computers or electronics. They are having the AI or mechanical. I mean, we would like to have an understanding of where, like, what is the current demographics of the students, into which career, which major they are taking.
Good, ma'am. We are seeing the responses. Thank you so much. I think we can expect more responses.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice. Now things are gradually, people got the hang of it, I guess.
Yeah. So we have electronics, we have AI, we have a faculty from chemistry department. Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, some more inputs, so we can move forward to the next slide. This is something everyone can do it, I think, from the audience. So it's just a small thing. Just take your camera. I mean, like, open your camera, just scan it, and just type whatever you feel like. Okay. I mean, like, yeah, from civil department, from faculty, that's cool. Yeah, this is a very good, like, when we do these kind of sessions, we actually take the polls and we actually collect these details in our presentation. So it will be helpful for us to more, focus on the areas that you are actually inputting. Electrical and electronics, that's cool. Yeah. So more answers. So I'm waiting like in 2 minutes. So I'm expecting like 5 more answers. Come on. Yeah. Anyone else? I mean, like, I can see the number of people over here. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next slide.
Yeah, continue, Sari.
Yes.
So the main topic of this session is AI in engineering, applying whatever the AI applications that we have and how do we apply in our everyday engineering. So, I mean, you're all coming from the idea of the engineering backgrounds, right? From the STEM background. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so one of the things that what you are doing with the STEM is about solving everyday problems for many of us, right? STEM is basically the students that are coming out of the STEM-based programs basically are moving towards in the aspect of solving everyday problems for many people in different segments, sectors, whether you're doing in computer science or electronics or manufacturing, right? All in all of these areas that you're going to be moving towards in your career. So how is AI going to help in many of these areas, in many of these segments? Bhavna, maybe some of the team members can mute. That will become easy for me. Thank you. So, I mean, coming back to where we are, how is AI going to be helping you in more of your STEM-based programs or STEM-based careers? So that is where this whole course is about, or this workshop is about. So, like, I know what do you guys think of AI? Right, there are many subsegments within AI, right? So predictive analytics, computer vision, data analytics, and a lot of other things like machine learning. All of these different subsegments are kind of brought into the engineering processes to enable decision making, simulation, design, and also in the maintenance. So every aspect of things, operations, maintenance, everything this AI is brought into these days, not just in one area. That allows us to really understand the challenges and make it more operational. So these things. So this is what in a large scale we kind of see, right? But I would like to understand in an everyday side, maybe if you can go into the next slide.
Yes.
Because in the current state of where you are right now, right? You're in your just about third year and fourth year. What is your thinking? How do you use AI, right? How do you use your AI tools on a day-to-day basis? And what kind of tools do you use, right? Because if I talk about like a lot of other industries and everything, it becomes so much of jargon for you. It becomes so much craziness. So I would like to understand how do you use AI on a day-to-day basis, and what are the types of tools? Like maybe you guys can write into it, because this is much closer to you. Once you start understanding how you use AI in an everyday basis, then how can you relate them into your larger engineering fields? That's where we can slowly transition. That allows you to connect more. Maybe some of you are in the spectrum. Some of you are very in the beginning. Some of you may have done some of it into the, like, get to know a lot more after the readings. And some of you are far more ahead. So since we are in a workshop, so probably we can understand where we are standing. Like if you guys provide some inputs, that will also be of help for us.
Yeah, the active poll is there. So yeah, please start typing your answers. So the question is, how many of you use AI tools on a daily basis, and which tools you use, and what problems you are solving for yourself and others? So you can provide your answers by scanning this QR code. And yeah, let's see. So I see some of them are typing. So yeah, I mean, like you're putting in the chat, maybe you can scan this also, so that we'll have an active poll activity here. I mean, everyone is putting in the chat, man. That's fine. Maybe some of you can use the QR code to input your answers. Yeah, maybe, I mean, like I have my team, Raj and Jagadish, you also can type. the tools that we are using also over here, that they can get an idea. Okay, we see ChatGPT. Uh,
Yeah.
so Alexa, yeah, we see IoT sensors. Yeah, ChatGPT and Gamma AI.
Gamma AI, nice.
That's cool.
There are different AI models that are being used. That's wonderful.
Yes.
People growing Grok, good. Yeah, Jagadish. So to get to kind of in an everyday world, right? Pretty much many of you are using ChatGPT, which is the very first one that came out into the public, which is with OpenAI. That is, many of us know, like, because it really came out and it actually took the world like a storm, right? So that's in 2023, November, precisely. But after that, so many models have come. Gemini is there, Claude is there, and Gamma is there, right? And Canva is building up its own tool. And Photoshop is also actually helps us do the images. So they also incorporated the AI. There are many, many AI models that are sitting right there out for you to do specific jobs. ChatGPT is actually doing more of generative AI, right? But there are very specific models that are being built. Claude is an AI tool that actually has been built by an Anthropic company, where that is very specific towards more of helping the engineers to actually help them to write the code. Their research, it's more of driven by research, and Gemini is more of analytical. There are many, many tools. So these are the different LLM models that are being built, and those are allowing to do different problems in different things. So these, I would like you, the students, to take away what are the different tools, like what kind of research you are doing in to kind of understand the tools out there. Because one of the things I would really like you guys to take it forward from here is like, how am I going to use these models in my day-to-day work, in doing my, whether you're doing some research, because these tools really help you to do a lot of research for yourself, and then actually present your content the way you have to really put it across for your assignments or anything like that. I'm not asking you to copy or anything, but you can really synthesize all of your ideas. These are helpful because moving forward, AI is going to be in everyday task that you're going to do. There's no such thing as you cannot do it. It's definitely going to be part of your everyday thing. Even to the point of, okay, how do I want to put this recipe together? Yeah, you can put all the ingredients. Okay, this is how I can get it, right? So it has become a norm on a day-to-day thing. So to simply put that, what we want you guys to go from here on is, how do you utilize these AI tools, and how do you make it as a mainstream aspects of your everyday life? So
We have one answer, like I'm building agentic AI using different LLMs. So,
wow, that's a kudos. Actually, somebody doing it like in your career, like in a 4-year degree, which is pretty awesome. I would really appreciate all of that, because I kind of talk to many of the students in the US who are in their 4-year degree, who are pursuing that, and they are seeing really, they're actually putting themselves far ahead of the game. And that in itself is a step forward, because you, at the end of it, if you are doing all of this by the end of your 4-year degree, you're already seeing yourself as an entrepreneur, as a research, because that is where the whole world is kind of moving forward, which is good. That's a good thing.
yes, ma'am. So we have different answers, like using ChatGPT in our daily life,
Yeah.
ChatGPT AI to solve complex problems in less time. Searching various
Yes.
literature.
Research literature.
Yeah, one of the audience have given the answer.
Nice.
Yeah, for routine drafting works. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they should do beyond the things maybe. It's not about only drafting. It acts in it actually helps us in doing a lot of other things also. Yeah, Gemini, ChatGPT.
See, that is what we are seeing actually. You have different problems. You're using these models to solve problems for yourself and others. That's what my question was about, right? How well you are thinking to connect that I can use AI. Not everybody has the same problem, right? You guys have different problems and how you're relating those problems and applying it to, that's what it is, applying how the AI applications, it's not something that we are bringing out of magics nowhere. Applying AI and solving some of the problems, and that is pretty much what you're trying to put together, the AI and engineering mindset. So if you have a problem, you name it, you can solve it with AI, with many different types of tools that are out there. So how you do it, you got to do research.
Yeah,
There's plenty of literature. It's only that you have to put the time towards that. And what kind of agentic tools are there? What kind of generative AI tools are there? What are very specific LLM models, like into which field you are going? There are different models that are being built. Every day is a new AI model is coming up. Every day there is a new agentic AI. As simple as that, I'll tell you, because some of you are in biomedical engineering, right? Some of you are in electronics. Some of you are in computer science. Everywhere you're going to go, it's going to be utilized. So especially in the medical science, like some of the hospitals that we are seeing, what they're using it for is to analyze, based on the data that is being captured, analyze any of the diseases that are there. They're predictively identifying whether this patient is prone to this kind of issues, because that we are seeing all of this. So they're predicting of how they can how the cancer cells are being happening or generating or anything, right? And also helping the doctors by monitoring in the radiology. In the radiology, those all of those reports that are being taken, because there are very less number of doctors in the radiology as well. So the AI tools are actually, once these reports are being taken, they analyze it, and if they're seeing any anomalies than normal, they're alerting the doctors that you have to address this quicker. So prior to this, I mean, they have to go one after the other, because with less number of doctors and the clinicians, it was very tough. It took, like, the person who needs the care immediately was not able to get to it. But now the AI tools is actually helping them to get to the patient who needs immediate attention, because the reports are saying that the AI tool is finding an anomaly. So that is how they are getting it. The care is being much more faster to the patients that need this care. So similarly, like in manufacturing, there is need to do like quality, right? When I'm in the manufacturing, I mean, in the US, we kind of see many of the manufacturing where sensor manufacturing happens, where is the food manufacturing. There are different aspects that kind of go in this manufacturing space. So especially in the high precision industries, like, what does this high precision means? That it needs to be they're very finer related manufacturing products that happens, like sensors, like load sensors, because we have dealt with some of the manufacturing companies where they create sensors. Where are these sensors being used? There are different applications in the medical side, in the aeronautics, in the automotive, in some of the companies, sensors are being even deployed on the robots that are being deployed into Mars. So that kind of sensors. So that those sensors collect so much of information when they're kind of put together in the larger models. So because, see, when you're talking about robots that are being deployed in Mars, everything should be very precise, right? So they should not have any problems. They should not have any problems in when these robots are going up. So they're capturing all of this information, and they're doing predictive analysis. What could go wrong with these sensors? Earlier, there wasn't much of this data that is being captured, but nowadays there's a lot of data they are capturing, and they're kind of evaluating how better they can enhance this and how efficient that they can do it. As we are trying to understand what kind of analysis that they are doing, so it's an ongoing journey that they are trying to work these out. So, I mean, Sai, do you would like to take it to the next slide?
Yes. Yeah.
So coming down to this slide, why AI matters in engineering, right? Well, as we discussed already, it's going to help us to make smarter decisions. One of the biggest thing is like the smarter decision. Because when you have so much of data, when you have a lot of briefing that's happening, so these systems are helping us to kind of make us smarter decisions. Because sometimes as I mentioned, especially in the medical side of things, which patient needs to get the care first? So the tool is helping us to kind of get to that patient faster. So that's a smarter decision. So that's how these systems are being used. Because I'm kind of giving you some examples that would connect with you much closer. Because if I talk to you about aeronautical or something else, I'm not sure if it really connects with you. So that's where we are trying to kind of put it in simple terms, so that it helps you out and kind of take you in that direction. So one of the other things is about automated systems. Yes, we are able to put together with the AI tools, actually, we are able to improve upon our processes in our company, and also helping our clients to actually put the AI into their processes, and helping their employees to kind of do their autonomous actions faster, right? So are we not doing the automations prior to AI? We are doing prior to AI, but the efficiency and productivity of the systems have been more incorporated and improved. So that's what these systems are being in place. So in general, there are many different applications. Why the AI is kind of coming into more in the engineering space. Let's go to the next slide, Sai.
One sentence that we would like to highlight, ma'am. So AI doesn't replace engineers; it redefines what they can do. So that is something which we would like to highlight in this slide. Yeah. So next is. Yeah.
It's definitely not going to replace. It's definitely going to change how you do the work, because the more AI kind of gets into this, you will not be doing any of the mundane tasks that the prior generations have been doing it. So you have to really upskill yourself with how the AI using it, how these tools are giving you the information. That information you have to synthesize and utilize your decision making faster. You have to make smarter decisions with the information that is available, and your work will be much more effective and productive rather than doing some of these mundane tasks. Because human brain power is far more efficient the AI tools that we have right now will not be in a place to replace us in other, or even the jobs in other 20 years, because even in US they are replacing only the mundane tasks, but the creativity and the brain power that we have, they'll not be able to replace it, because these systems haven't been that effective yet. Probably in the next couple of years, because they are in the works. But how well you shift yourself utilizing these tools, from that's where I was asking what kind of problems you're trying to solve for yourself and also others. So you need to keep an open mindset, notice what is happening, everything around you. Okay, how can I really look into it and solve it? Is the key shift in your mindset that will help you to drive, so that this AI is never going to replace you. That's the approach you guys have to start taking in your everyday journey of your studies, and as well as in your careers moving forward. Um, so I would like our team member Jagadish to speak to this slide, because he definitely had thought a lot about it, and he's our engineer who does a lot of aspects in this space, and I want him to speak to this slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. So my name is Jagdish. So I'm working in Maganti IT as a AML developer for the last 3 years. So yeah, I have prepared this slide like AI applications like using in different engineering fields, right? So have you guys ever thought of using any applications, real life applications in your fields like electrical and electronics engineering, civil department? So have you ever thought of using any applications? So so I can continue. Do you
Yeah,
know any?
the
Yeah,
chat. Yeah, they can put it in the chat.
yeah,
Rajesh, you can continue.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So coming back to the EEE department, so we have a smart grids, right? So smart grids are the ones like when we are using the AI, like it will predict the power consumption for every household. So do you know about the smart grids, students?
Uh, yeah, maybe you can, I mean, like give a
Yeah,
thumbs up, or you can just raise your hand, or you can just
yeah,
put your responses in the chat,
yeah.
or how
Yeah,
many know
like
about smart grids. Yeah,
faculty can respond. I think who are doing research in smart grids.
okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So think like this, like when you are using the AI applications, like it's like a super smart calculator. So it uses maths and solves uh, hard hard problems, like hard engineering problems, right? So yeah, can you go to the other slide, sir? Yeah, can you go to the other slides? So we are going to use the drones to inspect the sites, like how the construction is being done. Like, is there any kind of a faults like in constructions, like or any damages? Like we are going to use the drones. We are going to send the data, and we are going to send the data, and we are going to analyze it. See, structural health monitoring and construction planning. Yeah, how we are going to do the construction planning? By using AI, we are going to like the different LLMs that are in the market. They have been trained on a vast amount of data. So when a civil engineer wants to make a plan, make a construction plan, so he used to give a prompt like the architecture of the building. So the AI will generate the whole plan, and it gives him like it saves the time. Yeah, and he can make a cost estimation also. Like how he is going to make a cost estimation? It it depends on various factors, like what is the city, like uh, he's building the like the site, or what kind of a temperature or a weather conditions that he is in the city. So every factors matters. So the cost and time optimization, the AI will generate the cost optimization. And yeah, coming back to the mechanical engineering field, so okay, I will give you an example here. So when we are using different machines like automobiles, cars, or like mobile phones or any kind of things, uh, we can predict like when the machine will get failure, like a damaged one. So we will take a different kind of a factors, like the device, like the device manufacturing date. When the device overheats, it will get damaged. So all these factors comes into one section, and we are going to train that, and it will predict when the machine will get fail. Maybe when you are using cars, when you are driving continuously, the engine gets overheat, right? When the engine gets overheat, like we will place a sensors, and the sensors will detect the temperature of a engine, and it will warn. So the car uh, will get stop in between the journey. So, and we can design a 3D designs, 3D designs by using the LLMs. The LLMs are nothing but like it will generate text, it will generate images, it will generate uh, audio. So the images, we can generate the three-dimensional images, and we can give it to the automobile engineering engineers. They're going to use this. Already they are implementing this three-dimensional images. Like they want to visualize, or they're having some different ideas to build a car design, right? They're using these LLMs. Yeah, yeah, we can inspect the machines, like the quality control, like when, as I mentioned, like when the machine uh, might not be working, like we can inspect the quality control by using the AI. Yeah, can you go to the next slide, sir? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can use AI in different fields, like environmental. Like take an example of environmental. Okay, I will give you an example that I have worked in my thesis, a POC kind of thing. When some people are trying to construct a home near to some place, they will first test the soil. So they will take the sample of the soil, and they're going to calculate some the soil test, whether it's good for to build the houses or buildings. So the soil test is being done by the AI. Like it will take different factors, like what is the soil percentage. So is it a good for to build a three-stair or a four-stair building in that particular area? It might be taking different factors like historical data, whether there are nearby rivers, like it's good to build or not. So pollution detection and climate modeling. Have you ever guys think of how we are getting the accurate predictions, like climate predictions, like in Google? Have you ever guys thought of that? Uh, you are using the mobiles, right? Using the mobiles, like we can get the predictions like in 1 hour it might be raining. It might be raining. How it's go, like how it's been done? Have you ever guys thought? Google, in Google, like we are getting the notifications, like right, like it
Yeah.
might be raining. The predictions, like have you ever thought how it's being calculated? How they are sending us the notification? Oh, okay. Uh, so it's been done on the various factors like the temperature and yeah, the temperature of the particular city. Uh, yeah, it's being like the satellites, like it captures the whole area of a particular city. Like, is there any clouds or any cyclones are being hit, or if suddenly an earthquake happens, like it takes the data it takes the data and it will forward the data to a particular team, so they will analyze like there might be a climate changes like cyclones or tsunamis. So nearby areas, like the wind will flow up to 100 kilometers, like they will warn us, right? So like they will take the historical data, like how many times an earthquake happens like in future, so how we can overcome this, like they will warn us. So
Yes,
sir, can you move on to next slide, sir?
we have a response from Rakesh Patil.
Temperature and humidity variation along with speed of airflow, these are the main factors of forecasting. Yes, exactly, the humidity variation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rakesh. Yeah.
Yeah. So next slide.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So different companies are being like using this AI. Like everyone knows about Tesla. So it works. It works on agentic AI. Like no one will instruct the AI to do. So it auto captures the images in the traffic. It the a Tesla car, like AI for autonomous driving, like right. It uses various engineering problems like mechanical, like automobile sector, CS, like image capturing, and Tribly for as the sensors, the electricity sensors. Yeah, for manufacturing industry, like they are using AI to detect the anomalies in different products. So they are using this AI. NASA. Okay. So AI in mission simulation, like trajectory planning. Okay, they are using a various applications the NASA is using, like they're calculating the distance or distance from one planet to another planet by using the AI. Like there is a telescope that can capture the distance. Yeah. Okay. Do you know Elon Musk? Like who is Elon Musk? Is he famous? Anyone know about Elon Musk?
Yeah, most of them do. And maybe the experience from so you're using Tesla, so you can share your experience, what exactly it is giving. Maybe that would be a kind of understanding in the session, maybe.
Yeah. So I actually own a Tesla. Owning a Tesla and actually owning, I mean, there is one feature that's FSD. It's called FSD, where it it's a self-drive. It actually allows you. It does self-driving, and one of the things, I mean, because I am a confident driver, so I like people who drive it very well. That is good, but for many of the people, right, you see a lot of crashes and things because drunk driving, or even they're not they're aging people, because in US actually people in 80s they do drive, we do see, and teenage driving. we see a lot of teenage driving, and they lose their lives when they're in 80s or in teenage. And with the more of electrical cars, and with many of the newer features that are being applied with the AI, it's actually saving so many of the lives. Because I mean, my first-hand experience with the FSD, I'll tell you, like, I mean, fully auto driving, it actually removes the uh, I mean, anxiousness for many of the people who are not as, I mean, what do I say, like, not very capable or not very fully understanding of the road sense, where they can really, where these cars are allowing them to be more safer in reaching their destinations. So I mean, these capabilities that they're bringing into this everyday problems, to solve everyday problems, is the future. So obviously, you're seeing less life damage, and that actually helps a lot of things. And as I said, matter of fact, for one of the clients that we work, they build the rovers and they put them on Mars. And that was a story for ourselves to be very, very, and to learn a lot about how the sensor world operates, the amount of data that gets collected from those sensors, and how effectively they do make actually the changes into their systems was fascinating. Because in many aspects we firsthand experienced it and felt it, and also learned from many of the very high level engineers who are very engineering driven people. So those were the different types of aspects we kind of came across in these real world problems.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Maybe I mean, everyone is like electrical background here, so can we, I mean, send the link to them so that they can explore those things? Maybe, is that useful?
Which one, sir?
Like foodtech.com? Yeah,
No, that's in itself is okay. We can talk about it, but definitely, I'm saying there are I mean, many different companies who are actually doing these, and that's definitely what we are saying. Is Tesla in itself is one of the biggest things. So these are real world problems that they are trying to solve. I mean, so yeah, we can certainly move on.
Yeah. So Jagdish,
Yeah.
let's continue.
Yeah, as sir mentioned, like we have worked in few tech. Yeah, go to the next slide, sir. Yeah, we need to showcase the projects that we have worked on. Yeah. Okay. So FewTech is a US based company. Like they will sell different kinds of sensors. So I have worked for the recommendation engines. Have you ever guys thought of how the recommendation engines is working? So take an example. If you are searching for a laptop in an Amazon or Flipkart, when you search for a specific features of a laptop like 16 GB RAM, a Dell laptop, like under that, below that, like you will get recommendations, right? The same kind of recommendations a user can feel. So okay, if you don't want to buy the laptop, you can go for with other features of the laptop, right? So the similar kind of recommendation engines like we have built for a few tech. So yeah, coming back to the technical part, like how I build the recommendation engines. So we need to consider different kind of factors like uh, before building this recommendation engines. For sensors, like I took the temperature, the load, the cable length, and these kind of things as factors to build the recommendation engines. Like think of this, when you are searching for a laptop, the factors are nothing but the features. The features like the model number, uh, the RAM type, or a memory card type, or the battery capacity, or the GPUs that you want to buy. So these are the features. So when you are searching for a 16 GB RAM of a Dell laptop with 10 GPUs, so we are like whatever the data that we are having, like we will recommend that product. So how it's going to recommend that? So like for every feature, it maps with the other feature, with the similarity distance. We are saying in a machine learning, like as a similarity distance between two words. 16 GB RAM is a 100% similarity word. Dell and Dell is a 100% similarity word. So when you're searching for a specific laptop, it will recommend you the same features laptop in the UI. So similar to that, when a user search for a particular product, like it will recommend. Like when a user search for a load sensor, it will recommend a load sensor. Yeah, you like the engineering approach is like nothing but the embeddings are the numbers, the floating point numbers. It will convert the numerical data or a categorical data to a floating point numbers. We have used the vector databases, like vector databases, and when a user query, like it will search for that, search in the vector database, it will map to the most similarity text that he has typed, and it will give us a response. So vector similarity for recommendations, like we have built this recommendation systems by using the cosine similarity and some NLP techniques. So if you want to know how it works, like I can show you the few tech website, like how it's being done. I'm going to share my screen. One second.
Maybe Jagdish, we can finish the slides and we can move forward on this.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So let's do the hiring insight. I'm going to share it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. You continue. Your way.
Hmm. Okay.
Hiring insights and privacy protections. Let's just give a kind of briefing what exactly it is and how we applied AI on it.
Yeah. So we have built a hiring insights product for our USIT recruiters. So basically, they will hire some master students to some of the companies. So the hiring process will take so much time. So we automated that, like we reduced mostly half of the time for the recruitment process. So, sir, can you go to the next slide? The next slide. Yeah, the next slide, sir. Yeah. So when you give the resume or applying to a company, so your resume needs to get shortlisted. So how it's going to get shortlisted? It needs to map with the job description or the requirements the client is looking for. So the USIT recruiters, like we have built this hiring insights product. They will get some resumes. They will tune the resume. They will format the resume into the specific format, and the AI is going to make some analysis of a user resume, like how the candidate is, what are the candidate's strengths and what are the candidate's weakness. is a candidate having a specific experience in a specific field. So everything is going to analyze uh, by AI, and it will give you a score, like a score like candidate fit, like is a candidate fit for a specific client project, how how is the candidate stability. We have done some metrics, like using some metrics, the candidate percentage and everything, and we will pass the resume to the USIT recruiters. They're using this tool, so it will help them to shortlist the candidates that they are getting. Yeah, and using this tool, we have built like we can retune the resume into a specific format. See, the number of users will send the resumes right in different formats. So by using our tool, like it will generate the resume in a specific format that suits to apply for some kind of organizations. Yeah. Sir, can you go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we have done the PII, personal identifiable information from the documents. Like we have masked the information. Personal information means like phone number, name, address, or Aadhaar number, PAN card number. So in NLP, there is a library called NER, named entity recognition. So it auto captures the specific information from the documents, and it will say it as like these are the confidential information that we need to mask. So named entity recognition has different things, like it identifies nouns, it identifies pronouns, adjectives, and organization, locations, like these kind of a fields. Like I have used the NER and Microsoft Presidio uh, to find the sensitive information from the documents, and we have built our own model to identify the Indian names. See, the LLMs are built, many LLMs have been built by the Western countries. So when they have built the LLMs, most of the Indian names data is not present over to the LLM. If you search in ChatGPT or Grok or some other LLM, or if you can give a document, the Indian names or Indian locations or street names, it doesn't identify as a entity, a specific entity. Why it's not identifying? Because it has not been trained to the Indian kind of data. Like there are different kind of LLMs, like trained with different kind of data, but not completely on the Indian data. So we took a data set from the Wikipedia. So we fine tuned the Indian names and the locations with the LLM to get more accurate results uh, while identifying the sensitive information from the financial documents, like the bank documents. We have worked on this, and like we got
So
some
Jagadish, so
5% of
Jagadish,
accuracy. Yeah.
so to kind of give you an analogy for that, if a baby is trained in English and the baby has to be trained in Hindi or something else to even speak a different language. So basically, the models that are there right now available are being trained on the US data that is being captured. So these models have to be trained with an other data set where the data hasn't been provided to it. Once these models are being trained with different data points, that's how the systems will become more biasless. So it will, the systems will have less bias, and that's the biasness we are trying to remove it as these models become much stronger and more effective across the globe. So there is, I mean, what Jagdish is kind of putting it out there are some of the applications that we have built for our own customers and trying to resolve their problems. So if you see, every customer that we have dealt with have a different problem, but we have been using AI or machine learning or because we cannot use the same segment of AI to solve every single problem. There are different segments of AI that we use to solve different problems. As you get along and understand what and where you will have to utilize them. So one thing is computer vision. We cannot use computer vision as a solution to every of the problems. You cannot use data analytics as a solution to every of the problems. So you need to kind of put the relevant solution for the relevant problem. So that in a nutshell, we have to understand. That's why in the very beginning, I've been telling the subsegments of the AI, machine learning, computer vision, RPA, many of these things. So you need to apply them and resolve the problem that is on hand. One of the things of the teams that we have internally have been built is basically working on these machine learning algorithms and trying to solve and participate in the real world problems allowed us as a company and allowed us as individuals to comprehend what is the artificial intelligence, comprehend what is the real world problems that are out there. And so that is how we were able to put the solutions in place. So there are many hackathon opportunities. Wherever there is an opportunity for you to compete, put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, explore it. Whether you win it or lose it, but you are going to be out there. It's one thing I'll tell you, if you really want to be moving in the direction of AI, you have to step into it. If you embrace it, you will be starting to realize the actually benefits of what you can get out of it. That is where I was trying to tell you earlier also, what problems you're trying to solve for yourself and what problems you're trying to solve for others. So typically AI is used to really just solve many of the common problems. If you understand the problem areas that you're trying to solve, and when you kind of get into the real world problems, the domain expertise, once you build up the domain expertise, that's where you will be able to see the value of what you're doing. So I mean, there are many use cases that we kind of built for our customers. We use generative AI. We are building agentic AI. So those are the different, now with more of the agentic AI that is coming along, and that's been applied across many industries. There are very what is agentic AI? Basically, they are actually solving the problems very specific to that niche. Generative AI is more of like very generic purpose. It's trying to work on all of the research-based work. But agentic AI is more of very specific data streams. Like if you are going into the medical side, you're really tuning the LLM models there and building the agentic AI towards it so that it actually solves and automates those aspects. So those are the areas that we would like to kind of put it out there for you guys to get a sense of how the AI is kind of being applied in different engineering fields. So moving forward, so I can further move on. So empowering the future of engineering, right? That the basic idea is If only if you embrace it, we will not be replaced. It's now that you have to be very smarter. Utilizing AI is the way forward for all the fields, actually. Whether you're doing research work, or whether you're doing operational work, or whether you're doing STEM, like many of the application driven work. So you have to, because I'll tell you, there are many IDE tools right now where you can, IDE tools in the sense like Visual Studio, right? I do not know. I mean, how you guys may have an exposure of Visual Studio because you're writing small pieces of Python code or Java code or .NET code or Angular code. These tools are allowing you to write the code, but there are new tools that have come along where those will automatically write the code for you, right? Earlier in the days, the coding implementation used to take a week long. Now it's kind of came down to hours. How are these tools helping you that? So how do you become productive is where you have to evaluate. That's the approach we have to take forward. We have to be more tactical. How do we become tactical? That's good. So how do you utilize these tools and try to bring the value for yourself? So how do you make things faster? How do you make it productive? So that's the approach you have to kind of take it from here. So let's kind of take it to the next slide. So what we are doing is we have established an AI/ML wing for our company where we are very specific to deal with working on all of the AI solutions for our customers. So we have kind of put together a product for the Gen Z, like Gen Z team, Gen Z like population, where they are trying to really build up their careers within the US, where they are able to identify their skills, and if there are any gaps, they will be able to enhance them with their AI-powered platform, and also they'll be able to apply for their internships or the early career jobs. This product, I don't want to kind of tell you that this is kind of in India, but this is more of in targeting to the US markets now. But the goal is like, the plan is to expand or to the larger population as well. So that's where we are kind of working towards. So there are many different applications, I'll tell you. That's where we have to keep an open eye, look for the problems, move forward in that direction. How can I solve this problem? So think about in that direction. So I mean, in a nutshell, I wanted to kind of take you to the journey of what we have been seeing in the AI, how this AI is going to be helping in your engineering fields, and how you can take it from here on. So these are just the fundamentals of what we have put together today. A basic fundamental, the one that we are giving you, is just a platform for you to start your journey from here upon. What's the way I need to go from here? Does it make sense? So we really appreciate the time that given to us to present you. And I really appreciate all the faculty of PVP to give me this opportunity. Thank you. For all of the team, the future is now.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Uh,
Any Q&A, any question and answers, we can just put it in the chat. Here maybe Bhavana, you can just
yeah. Participants, if there are any, like, you want any insights more from our resource person, you can want. Please request the participants. Yes, if you're having any doubts or require any what do you say, like suggestion from the resource person, you can move ahead. Meanwhile, I extend my thanks to the Mrs. Rishma Maganti and her team. This was a very nice, wonderful, interactive session. It is from the side of participants also. I think the participants have been really interactive through their messages, which we have seen today. And thank you once again for giving such an insights and some tools which can be used in the regular daily life and also in the kind of engineering problems, a few sort of problems which have been addressed, which will be definitely useful for our faculty members, students, and the scholars, PG students, to do their research and move forward into their technical point of view. Thank you very much, ma'am, taking your time all the way, even if it is late night. You are staying with us, and it's our pleasure to have you here and your team. Thank you.
Thank you,
very much.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank all the
Appreciate it.
participants. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.